Good day, everyone. Today we will be talking about Lesson 6 for our subject UCSP, and this time around we will be talking about socialization. Now, before we proceed with the lesson proper, I want you to conduct a case analysis about Jeannie Wiley for Group 1, while for Group 2, you will be conducting a study or a case analysis about Victor of Aveyron, or also called as the wild child of Victor of Aveyron. So the video has already been posted in our Google Classroom stream. If you haven't done the case analysis yet, kindly do it first before continuing with the video. If you have already done it, it's great. Now we will proceed with the lesson proper. As what we have talked about in our previous lesson, we associate the word socialization with interactions simply because whenever we are socializing, of course, what do? We interact with other people, we talk to them, we communicate with them. Therefore, it is safe to say that the term socialization is therefore synonymous with interactions. Now, why do we have to talk about socialization? If you will go back with lesson 2, we have discussed that an aspect of culture is that it is shared through socialization. Therefore, it is vital to understand how socialization happens and what are the aspects that constitutes this socialization in order for it to shape a person. And of course, with socialization comes the person who is the outcome. All right? Now, let us move on to the different components of socialization, are also known as the aspects of socialization that shapes a person. First is we have context. Now, context is simply defined as the language, the culture, the social structures, and one's position within a particular society. To put it simply, when we say context, this is the situation of how your socialization happens. Now, context is vital in socialization because first, it determines what kind of socialization you are interacting with. It determines the place, the people, as well as um, the main context or the main purpose of your socialization. Now, here are some examples of context in socialization that shapes a person. First, we have gender stereotype. Now, before we deal in with gender stereotype, let us first differentiate sex and gender. Now, what do you think are the difference between sex and gender? Now, we have to um, differentiate it before moving forward because sometimes the terms sex and gender are used interchangeably when in fact it is different. Okay, now what do we mean by sex? Unsa dining sex? All right, no, very good. When we say sex, this refers to the biological um identity of a person. So, technically, kung muan na tag sex, this is whether you are a man or a woman, you are male or female. Sex is determined by birth, meaning to say we can determine it based on the reproductive organ that you have right now. Well, when we say gender, unsa dining gender? Okay, very good no. So, if sex is a biological aspect, si gender is a socially constructed aspect. When we say gender, these are the roles or the things that you are expected to do based on your assigned gender. So technically, kung mo na ta og gender, this could refer to, say for example, the LGBT, whether you identify yourself as straight, bisexual, trans, gay, or lesbian. So, kung si sex is biologically determined, You have no choice about it. Well, when we say gender, you have a say to it. No, whether you want to be straight, a trans. And with gender comes the different roles that you have to play. Now, let us go back to gender stereotypes. Now, when we say gender stereotypes, this is basically defined as the cultural expectations for gender roles and gendered behavior. Therefore, ang bot pasabot ni gender stereotype is that ang society or ang culture na siya gi-expect daan nga as a woman or as a female or as a woman mo ni mo ang ibuhaton, while if lalaki ka, these are the things that you do. For example, when you were just children or when you were kids, ang mga boys usually unsa inyong duwaon, right? No, ang inyong duwaon kay it's either ka ng sakyanan, pusil-pusil, you would play lastiko, ang uban kay magduwag pugpak, ang uban pod kay magduwa og ka ng julin. While the women or the girls when they were children would play unsa man kaha. No, they would play dolls, kanang mga balay-balay, mga luto-luto. If you give or if you gift a boy with a Barbie doll, of course, ang reaction sa parents ana or even sa relatives kay bati no mo ana sila naunsa man ni imo manggihimong bayot ang amo ang bata. Ngano man, because we associate Barbie dolls with girls. At the same time, kung magduwa ni ang mga bata nga babae ug lalaki together, say for example no magduwa sila balay-balay, unsa may kasagaran nga role sa papa? Of course, no, ang role gyud sa papa, I mean sa bata nga lalaki is either magpapa siya, magkuya, mag-uncle, magkanang sana mag-driver, kung worse kay mahimong kidnapper, mahimong kawatan, kay ngano man because these are the roles that we associate with men. Well, ang katong mga bata nga babae, of course, sila to ang mama, ang lula, ang auntie, ang ati, sometimes sila ang yaya, tiglaba, tigluto. No, because simply in our culture, those are the things that we expect women to do. And those are the things that we call gender stereotype. Kana mo na, ay, babay man ka, uy, ari lang imuhang trabaho. Ikaw lalaki man ka, ikaw aning bugat nga trabaho. Now, gender stereotype is an example of context because when we were growing up, we were already conditioned nga since babae man ka, you have to interact with females. It is not common nor it is socially kanang unacceptable paghihapon kung ang babay kay magkuyog og mga daghang lalaki. Now, since we are accustomed or we are already conditioned nga kay babay man kakani imong buhaton, of course, the context of your socialization relies on these things. So bata pa ka giingon na ka nga imuhang trabaho kay mag-nurse ka, mag-doktor, mag-maestra. Well, kung lalaki pod, usually kay ang isa-suggest kay mag-police ka, mag-engineer, no? The second one is race or the ethnic groupings. Example of this is whether you're Filipino, Japanese, Korean, Chinese, American, depending on our race also class. The type of socialization or the process of socialization also differs. So kung American tayo, siguro we would be less conservative. Well, if we are since we're Filipinos man, of course, we are more conservative and we still frown upon things that are now being talked about openly in the public. Okay? Now, on to the second and the third component of socialization, we have the content and the process. So this is defined as the work or means by which socialization is done. Kung si context ang situation, si content ang sulod or ang unod sa imuhang socialization. Si process ang paagi kung giunsa pagbuhat ang socialization. Say for example, ang you grew up in a place nga ang inyuhang mga silingan kay mga barumbado or mga kanang mga permi mangita og gubot kanang mao pagay pagmata ninyo kay nanay nagsumbagay nanay nagdinunggabay no at the same time you live in a place nga ang mga tao kay permi gisinggitay wala gi soft voice ngadto sa inyuhang lugar so of course these content the process and the context by which your socialization happen results into the outcome of socialization which is defined as the outcome of socialization and refer to the way a person conceives or conducts after undergoing a process. So simply put it, when we combine context, content, and process, ang outcome ana is ikaw, the person that you are right now. And depending on the type of socialization that we have while growing up, can also determine the type of person that you are today. Say for example, kung ikaw gadako ka sa ka lugar nga soft-spoken kaayo, kanang dili kay magsinagitay, of course, the type of person that you would be would reflect the type of socialization that you have. So maybe ikaw may mo kang soft-spoken, kanang you don't simply jump into action or violence. Well, if you grew up in a place nga mapagay pag mata nimo nagkagubot na, of course, you would become a violent person pod since you would be adapting the things that you see based on the socialization that you have encountered. Okay? Now, we have already said no that the product or the result of socialization is the self. Now, an individual's stable pattern of thought, feeling, and action is referred to as the personality. So, therefore, who you are today is a product or a manifestation of the type of environment, the type of socialization, the type of people you interact with regularly. Okay? So, kung ikaw kay si aw ka nga pagkatao kanang you rarely go to school, maybe because you also are interacting with people who do the same thing. Kung ikaw pod kay you are a very studious type of person, maybe because your peers, your family, or the people around you study well. So kung ikaw pod kay usa ka grade conscious, maybe because in your family you are pressured to have good grades, or maybe simply because ang imong mga kauban sa eskwelahan, imong mga barkada, even though they are studying in different schools kay they are very grade conscious as well. So remember, that's yourself, kita. We are a product of socialization. So how we manifest ourselves or how we display ourselves in the society is a reflection of the type of people that we grew up with, the type of environment that we grew up with, and the context or the content of the socialization that happened to us. Okay? Now, another aspect of the self is the word status. Now, dili ni ka ng status ha, nga single ka in a relationship, it's complicated. When we say status, this is defined as the relative position of an individual in any society or any social group. So therefore, kung muana di ay ta og status, mauni ang imuhang posisyon, no? Asa ka sa society. How are you considered in a society? Are you considered as a leader, a member? Maybe you are considered as someone of high position, or maybe you are someone who is just a normal citizen. Okay? Now we have two types of status. First, we have the ascribed status. Now when we say ascribed status, this is set by circumstances of one's birth. Meaning to say, pagpanganak pa lang sa imuha na aninidaan, no, wala na kay choice ani, wala ka kapili ani. Gihatag na ni sa imuha, pagpanganak pa lang sa imuha. Examples are socio-economic status at birth. Nga naman, before kagigawa sa imuhang mama diri sa kalibutan, no, kanang nakapili ba ka kung ipanganak ka sa pobre or sa dato nga family? Of course, dili no, you had no choice about it. Kung gipanganak ka nga dato, well, that's good for you. That's an ascribed status. Kung gianak pud ka nga sa pobre nga family, that's also good for you. Meaning to say, wala day tay choice kung asa ta nga socio-economic status panganak. Another one is our ethnicity. Kaning ethnicity nato such as being a Filipino, being Cebuano, we did not have a choice about it. No, naana na siya daan pagpanganak nato. Another is ang age. Si age, di man ta kabuot-buot no. Kasi for example, gipanganak kag 2000 niya. Karon mag-birthday ka kay mag 25 na ka, pero niya naka-adili 18 lang jud ko, ako'y magbuot ani. No, so again, when we say ascribe, when we say ascribe, this basically means nga na ano siya daan pagpanganak sa imuha. And the second kind of status is the achieved status. Now, achieve status is the direct opposite of ascribe because kung si ascribe na siya pagpanganak ni daan wala nimo siya paningkamuti, si achieve pod is the one that you voluntarily take based on one's own merit and capability. So for example, um your educational attainment. No, pagpanganak sa imo, wala makaingna nga ikaw, mao na niyo, nanay mo diploma sa high school, nga radyo ka kutob. No, so, we took on endeavors and education, we studied, no, gipaningkamutan ninyo pasar or hagbong ang inyong grado. So, therefore, it is an achieved status. Unsa pa ka-highlighting example sa achieved status? Okay, we also have profession or occupation. No, inyo man ang the profession that you will undertake in the future is something that you work hard on. Wala may nagingon nimo nga ikaw automatic doctor na ka. No, you work on it. Another unsa pa ka ha? Okay. We also have kung ang socioeconomic status at birth is something nga ascribe siya nimo your socioeconomic status at death. Unsa masag kaha na? Kung ang socioeconomic status pagpanganak sa imuha kay at ascribed, ang imong socioeconomic status pagkamatay sa imuha, unsa makana, is it achieved or ascribed? Very good, no? It is achieved. Kay kung gipanganak ka nga dato, nya namatay ka nga dato, you maintained it man, so you still work on it. Pero kung namatay ka, gipanganak ka nga dato, nya namatay ka nga pobre, achieve gyapon kay gipaningkamutan man nimo nga mo pobre ka. No? Okay? Now, let us move on. Together with status is the word role. Since naa man kay status, of course, nadyo kay mga role or mga responsibilities nga angay gampanan. No? So, here, role is defined as the characteristic way of behaving of an individual according to status. Now, it is not always all the time nga imong magampanan imong role. There are instances where you cannot really perform the roles that are given to you. And this gives birth to the two concepts. First is ang deviance. Now, when we say deviance, this is a behavior that is against an individual's role. Meaning to say, kung mo na ganitag deviance, ang imong gibuhat, sukwahi sa imong angay unta nga buhaton. While the second concept is called role conflict. Now, when we say role conflict, this is basically defined as an individual who is required to do more than one task based on his social role but cannot be done at the same time. Kung si deviance ganina ang imong gibuhat kay sukwahi sa imong angay gampanan, nga ripod ni role conflict, galibog kag asa imong unang buhaton kanang si trabahoon A ba or si trabahoon B. And the thing about role conflict is dili mo siya pwede madungan, no? So naadyo kay ma-sacrifice nga isa ani. Now to understand further, I have examples right here. First is an example of a deviance. Now, ang ato nakita diri sa screen kay usa ka pari. Now, unsa day ang role nga angay gampanan sa pari? Unsay responsibility sa pari, especially if Domingo? No, of course, ang role ni father kay magmisa. Now, kano sa kaha mahitabo ang deviance sa role ni father? Okay, example, kung Domingo, imbis ka nagmisa si father, nagtagay hinuon siya. Gibuhat ba ni father ang iyang role nga magmisa ini ka Domingo? Wala. No, instead nga magmisa kay nagtagay siya. So therefore, that is a deviance. You are doing something that is opposite to the role that you are supposed to perform. Another example, kani ang police, unsa day mga roles sa mga police? Okay, ang role sa police of course is to maintain order and safety in the community niya. Ang pinaka-basic yun no, kay ang kaning mga police, unay makasa ilahang dakpon. Say for example, kung nay mga wat, sila gid na ang angay, mudakop sa nangawat. Now, kano sa ka mahitabo ang deviance sa role sa police? Okay no, example, imbis ang si police ang manakop sa nangawat, siya na mismo ang nangawat. So therefore, kanang what the police officer is doing is opposite to the role that he has to perform. Okay, nasabtan ra ang deviance. Now, we go to role conflict. For example, diri is ang teacher. Now, si teacher, her role, his or her role is not only to be a teacher. No, outside of school, she is maybe a mother, a sister, a daughter, maybe other things. No, so kita as individuals, dili ra usa atong role. We have a lot of roles to play inside, outside of school, inside and outside of our homes. Now, ang si teacher, ang iyang role kay unsa man? Of course, ang role ni teacher kay magtudlo, no, mag-teach sa mga estudyante, mag-facilitate sa learning. Now, sometimes, si teacher, ibutan ta lang, usa na po siya ka mother. Mo-demand po ang iyang role for mothers. Example, nag-prepare na si teacher kay may eskwela siya mo duty, but then, gilanta ng iyang anak. No, nagsigihilak na purisyo ang bata. So, of course, the teacher's mind would be conflicted. Asa man ko, mo trabaho ko para maklasihan ako akong mga estudyante or ma-absent ko para matiman ako akong anak nga nasakit. And these roles cannot be done together. No, dili man posible nga si teacher magda sa iyang anak sa room magklase while iyang anak nagsigi og purisyo kay ngano man. Of course, una sa tanan dili matuno ang maestra og klase. At the same time, kamo pud students, you would be distracted by the child who is crying. Therefore, the teacher only has one choice. Saman, magpakamama sa siya karon or magpaka maestra. And this is an example of role conflict. Another one is, kamo as students. As students, of course, ang inyong role sa eskwelahan is magtuon, no mo, eskwela. Now, inside the school, that is your role. But outside of the school, napod mo lang yung roles. Like for example, um, anak ba mo? Or kanang uyab ba mo? Kachar-char ba mo? Situationship ba mo? Now, sometimes this role would collide. Example, ikaw busy kay kanon, nagtuon ka kay magsummative test si Miss Mel ka sa UCSP online ra bag yun kay ang video discussions kay conducted online. But then while you were reviewing, nagsigig chat imong uyab, no nagsigingon, unsa man mo reply ka nako or di? Isa man gid imong unahon, ang UCSP or ako? Sige ha, tagaan ti kag 5 seconds dili kay ka mo reply nako kay wala na. Unahan lang gid na imong UCSP bahala na ka diha. No, so you would be conflicted asa mo kay ako unahon yung mag-study ko or replyan ako kung uyab. And again, dili mo siya pwede dunganon. Kay ngano man, kung syempre kung magsige kag chat dira while ga tuon ka, duha rin may tabuan na. No, it's either kanang wa ka kasabot sa imong gituon, wa ka kagets kay mas giuna ni mga reply sa imong uyab or ang imo nung ma-reply sa imong uyab no kay si Brunello Malinowski, si Charles Darwin. So, again, kung si Deviance ang imong gibuhat sukwahi or sa opposite sa imuhang angay i-perform nga role, si role conflict pod kay ang imong gibuhat kay naglibog ka sa unahon, no? Magpaka-estudyante ba ko ron, magpaka-uyab ko, magpaka-mama ba ko or magpaka-maestra ko. No? So, those are examples of role conflict. And of course, another component of the self is the values which we have already discussed. No, when we say values, kay these are the things nga kung naa ka ni mainan ka nga maayong tao, while if not, of course, mainan ka nga ngilad ka nga pagkatao. We also have the norms or the expected behavior that you have to perform or to follow in a certain society. Okay? Now, do you have any questions, clarifications, or violent reactions? If you do, you can simply comment it down in our Google Classroom stream where this video link and this the PPT for this are posted. You can also PM me so that we can address that in our next meeting or maybe in a separate video. Okay, now if you don't, thank you so much for watching. I hope you understood the concepts that are attached to this video and see you in our next lesson. Bye.